news in the Fox News. I said, sister, I know that. That is why I told you, do not edit any of the answers. Otherwise, if you show only this, then I say I am a fundamentalist Muslim, then you will only put these things. You let the other answers to cut down. So then I told her that if you need any answers or you need any clarifications, you come here. So then she further asked the question that in Sweden, the government is now thinking about stopping the nikah of the sisters. So what is the Muslims' point of view? It was the last Ramadan. In the last Ramadan, she came here in Sweden. So I said, sister, and what religions you belong to? So she said she is a Christian. So I have a little knowledge about the Bible because I am the student of the Bible. So I said, sister, if you are a Christian, if you say you are a Christian, you have to follow the Bible. So I had the Bible in my bag. So I opened the Bible and I opened it 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 5 and 6. That the women, they must cover her hair, and if the woman does not cover her hair should be shaved. I said, sister, you wear these long skirts. So in Christianity, you read in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 5, it gives, God Almighty, He gives instruction that women must not wear the dress of the man, neither a man shall wear the dress of the women. So I said, sister, at least I know that you are not a good Christian, because you are not following your scriptures. So she said, no, I don't know that. This is in the Bible. So I said, I encourage you to cover yourself. Now, you say about the Muslim sisters that what is our point of view to remove the veil? I said, you go to Vatican, the Roman Catholic Church, you see the nuns. The nuns, they wear the hijab like the Muslims, the Muslim nuns. So I told the sister that you go to the Pope and you tell him that you should stop wearing the nuns, the hijab. What he will tell to you. So he was a bit silent. So I said, sister, you are from America. I will give you some basic factual reasons from America, not from Sweden. So I have some knowledge about the statistics of America. In 1996, in America, according to FBI and United States Department of Justice, there were 2,713 women have been raped every day. So if you divide by the hours, every 32 seconds, one woman has been raped, and she knows about her statistics. So I say, what is the solution to this problem? Even in fact, you can be victimized, and you know when you victimize how your psychology goes. So what will happen to these 2,713 sisters? How do you stop this problem? So she said she don't know. I said, Quran gives you the solution. You tell the sisters to wear the niqab, to be modest. Because the Quran, so I was telling you, do you know the Quran? She said, no, she don't know the Quran. So I say, people speaks about the hijab for women. But the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is first speak the hijab for men. In Surah Nur chapter 24 verse 30, Allah says to the believing man through the Prophet ﷺ that, O Prophet, tell to the believing man, when they look into any women, any unshamed veils and thoughts come to their mind, they should lower their gaze and be modest. The hijab is prescribed first for men, and then the next verse of Surah Nur chapter 24 verse 31, it comes for the hijab for women. That, O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the believing women, whenever they go abroad, they should wear a jilbab, an overcoat, and they should throw a veil over their bosom. And the reason for prescribing the hijab is given in Surah Al-Ahzab chapter 33 verse 59, that hijab has been prescribed to you because so that you can be recognized as a modest and you will be prevented from molestation. So I asked the sister that, will you ever think, or you ask your friends, will they ever think a modest woman, if they go and pass them by, will they want you to rape them, or the dress that you wear, or the other dresses if you wear the shorts and minis, the people will encourage to rape you. So you are inviting them to rape you, but the Quran is prescribing how to be saved. So it is now up to you whether what you accept or not. Why you say there is a liberty, people have their individual rights. So if my sisters, they wanted to protect them, they wanted to be modest, they wanted to follow the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why you are restricting us not to follow that? Even you need to follow that because you wanted to save yourself. So if you are a good, virtuous woman, be like Mother Mary, peace be upon her. Or you look back to any virtuous women in history, most of them, they were virtuous and they were the nikah. So I told the sister, we wanted to save you and we wanted to save the other sisters. That's why we wanted to follow the guidelines given in the Quran. So she was a bit confused because she had got 25 questions. So I cannot discuss all this. There was several hours discussion with the sister. But alhamdulillah that she got a very factual pictures of Islam. And though we know that the editors of the newspapers, they are the strong men. So maybe she is convinced, but the editor, she may not be able to convince. That's why the news is not in the Fox News. But I welcome the sister that if you need any further information, you're most welcome here in Sweden. Or you can call to us or you can write us the email. We can give the best ability, we will try our level best to give you the factual reason what is in Islam. I got another question. So the brother, the first question here that how can I convey the message of Islam to an atheist? That is a very good question, especially in this environment, the community that we live. What I feel that I usually follow the strategy of my two respected teachers. I found these people, they're very factual, they're very reasonable. Since I don't need to do two tasks. If they say they believe in Christianity, we have got two tasks. First, we have to prove them that Christianity is wrong, then we have to prove them what is right. But now the major task is already done because these people, the atheists, majority of them, they don't believe about God. So our creed, the first kalama is la ilaha. La ilaha. There is no God. So the atheist, he already accepted the first creed, the shahada. Now what I have to do is just to believe in illallah, which I will do inshallah. So I use that strategy. I said, you don't believe about God? Congratulations. So he was very shocked that you are a Muslim, you believe about God, you are congratulating me. I said, no, I find you a very good person. He said, why? He said, you don't follow any religion, that is good. Because if you follow the religion, I have to prove you so many reasons that this is wrong, and then I have to show you that this is right. You are already convinced, half of them. He said, no, I will not convince. I said, no, let me try to convince. So the first thing is the atheists believe about science. So we know that in the Quran there are more than 1,000 verses which explicitly prescribe about the science. So I start reasoning with the atheists, even especially in Chalmers. Few of my classmates, they are trying to be atheists and some of them are agnostic. So I asked them the question that, you know, in 1973 there were a few scientists, they got Nobel Prize, they are the physician, in physics, they invented this Big Bang theory. So he knows, he said, yes, the Big Bang theory, how the world come into existence. I said, the Quran says in Surah Al-Anbiya chapter 21 verse 30 that do not the unbelievers see that awalam yara allazina kafaru anna samawati wal arda kana tarakan fafataqnahuma. That do not these unbelievers see that the heavens and the earth, it was joined together and we have closed them asunder. So I give the explanation to the atheists, to the persons, that this formula of Big Bang theory is already prescribed in the Quran 1500 years ago. So how those people at that time, they understand that do not the unbelievers see, there were not advancement of science and technology in that period. 1500 years ago, when the Quran was revealed, when the verse was revealed. I said, this is for you, because you go to NASA, you go to the Mars, you go to you are traveling the universe. You can see what is going on inside the earth. So this verse is telling you, why not you see that the heavens and the earth, it was joined together and it is we who have closed them asunder. The scientists say there was some primary nebula, the earth and the sky was joined together. Some pressure or force, it divided them. Science cannot say who is this some force, but the religion say this is the force, this is the will of Allah, He divided it. So even the scientists, if you believe in science, science says there is some force which act on that time. And we religious say that act has been done by the Creator. So I pose in the question that how can it comes in the Quran 1500 years ago? So the atheist, they are the most clever people. So they said maybe Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he is a clever man. So maybe the Arabs, in the history, it tells us that Arabs are much more advanced in astronomy long before the Western advance. So I say it was after the Quran which the Arabs, they got advanced in the field of astronomy, not before the Quran was revealed. So the atheist, he got puzzled. So I don't give him time. I ask him the next question.